Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back. We're still working on the camper here. Today is going to be demo day number 2. If you remember last time, we were in the back bedroom there, tearing out the walls. We found quite a bit of water damage, some rot. So we know kind of what we've got going on back there. Today, we're going to be focused up more in the front. We've got a folding table that the previous owner had put in that needs to come out. We've got an overhead cabinet that I want to get down just so we can kind of assess more of the ceiling. We've got the plywood on the ceiling that the previous owner had up there, which makes me think that there was water damage at some point. And then that the front kind of right corner, I guess it would be, near the door, that was, if you remember when we did the initial walkthrough, there was a little soft spot there. Again, I would assume that there's some water damage behind there. So we're going to tear all that out. We may get back to the back right corner of the bedroom. If you remember, that's where the water heater and the water pump was. It looked like there was probably some water damage back there. And when I poked around on the floor around where the water heater is, that was pretty soft. So I'm kind of thinking that I'm gonna have to pull the water heater out and probably the pump, just so I can assess the floor back there. And then at the very end, I've got a little bonus tip for you, not tip, but kind of a bonus addition for you. Yesterday, I crawled under the camper, and I'll give you a hint. It has to do with the black water tank. So stay tuned for that. As always, if you like the channel, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when a new video pops up. So let's get in there and get started today. Okay, so I started off by tearing out the ceiling here. I can show you what I found. It's not encouraging. Lots of patching of plywood here. This is super saggy. More patching. All kinds of reinforcing here. There's just random plywood up in here. This corner is bad. Definitely. Yeah, that's still damp. So we got a leak up in there. It's gone all the way down into here. I don't think it goes too far down, but the only way I'm going to find out is get that cabinet out, which I was going to do anyways. There's another spot over there that doesn't look great. And I don't know if you can see it. I can definitely see it from here, but this these trusses are sagging because they've obviously been water damaged, and then they just sagged in the middle. And I did notice that when the plywood was up here and I would open this cabinet door, it would catch on the ceiling, so I knew something was up. But so we're definitely going to have to replace these trusses. We're going to replace all this plywood up here when the weather gets better and we can peel the rubber roof off. Again, I think the middle section is good, fingers crossed, but I really won't know until we get up on the roof, peel it off, and then see where we're at. So hopefully that whole part's good and we don't have to do a lot back there. But front part, definitely, this is gonna all come out eventually. And so we're just gonna keep, for right now, keep going in this corner. I'm gonna get all this, the rest of this out. We talked about getting that folding table out of there, and then we'll work on getting the cabinet down. I think that corner's good, but now that I look up in that corner, we've got some waving of the of the paneling here, and that definitely looks, oh yeah, that's all rotted up in there. So we'll just take that down as well. Not a big deal. Kind of just keep on going with what we're going. I'm curious as to what's behind this. There is like these little pockets there, but I mean, there's quite a bit of space before you get to the actual front wall of the camper. So I'm not sure what's in there. I think what I might do is just pop this countertop off and take a look down in there. I'll probably be able to see if there's any type of water damage down in there. And yeah, so that's where we're at. We'll keep chugging away here on the front, and then see what else we find. So I got to cut that countertop off of there, and there's actually quite a bit of space back here. It's probably a foot deep. Kind of wasted space. So might just take that completely out, and then we'll build a shorter knee wall just to square up that front. But that's like some wasted space. So yeah, I think I'm just going to tear that out, and because we don't have the dinette here anymore, like I said, I'll square up that wall when I start rebuilding, and we'll have a whole, you know, another foot of living room or kitchen or whatever we want to do up here. We'll have a little bit more space up here, which will be nice. So that's the plan for that. This is coming out pretty easy. This is just you know, you get the laminate here, and then just very thin wood framing, and then those two little boxes that are on there. So yeah, so we're gonna keep digging here. All right, back here, I've been working on this for about an hour and a half, and got quite a bit done. So all that is all torn out. I've still got to get back to the corner there, but pleasantly surprised that there's not more damage than there is. There's a little bit of water damage up here. This is kind of damp. The sun's out now, and there's probably still a little bit of snow on the roof, but this has probably been wet for a few days, but not soft, not too bad. This is definitely damaged. That'll have to be replaced when we do the roof. But that corner's just wet. I don't think we need to replace anything down there. Over on this side, however, we've got a lot of water damage and some rot, and there's going to be some replacing of wood in there. The corner, actually in the bottom, the very bottom corner, doesn't look too bad. The floor is solid from what I can tell, so not too bad. Got a lot of cleanup in here. We're gonna get this cleaned up. We'll get the vacuum in here, really do a good cleanup, and do kind of one last look around at what we got, and then we'll tackle the bedroom in the back, that back right corner, like we talked about earlier. All right, everybody, we're just gonna wrap up in here. I've got everything cleaned up. Again, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. Nothing too scary. We've got a little bit of repairs to make. We'll replace some insulation, and I think we'll be good to go. We'll also, when everything's totally dried out, we'll spray everything, kill all the mold in here, and then we'll get to work in the back. Didn't quite get into the back bedroom today, but we'll get to it next time. And as promised, let me show you what I found with the black water tank. All right, everybody, as you can see, that's my gray water tank and the discharge at the bottom. And when I first climbed under here, there was piping, a discharge piping to it, and this is what it consisted of. Yeah, that's it. It was just, you know, piecemealed together with rubber couplings, some regular white Schedule 40 PVC pipe, and a lovely ball valve on the end. And it was discharging to the side of the camper where the door is, rather than over there where you can see the gray water tank line hanging out there. Everything must have gotten torn off at some point. Probably the camper bottomed out or something and got torn off. So I've got all the pieces. We'll get it put back together. So I just wanted to show you that. It was pretty funny. You know, what you find in these old campers, the way people kind of patch things together to make them work. But we're gonna make it right. The way that I found out that it was safe to take that off was I pulled the toilet off up in the bathroom and looked down in the tank, and it was completely clean and dry, and there was nothing in it. So I was very happy about that. So yeah, we'll get it all put back together. I have all the parts. I got some pipe and some fittings, and we'll get that hooked up soon. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.